Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Jones. I'm just going to be walking you through an assignment that we are going to be completing each week. It is called the Characters in Social Media assignment for A Midsummer Night's Dream. What we're going to be doing is kind of bringing these characters into the 21st century. So remember, Midsummer Night's Dream is actually a comedy, and it's about relationships, magic, and some issues with control, mostly based in jealousy. So these characters are reacting to circumstances that are beyond their control. Some of them are within their control. It's about their choices. So what we're going to be doing is looking at the characters, and we're going to be applying some social media activities to some of the lines from the play. And we're really interested to see how you all decide to interpret some of these activities. So just going through it, remember, our goal is to make sure that we are, to a certain degree, citing textual evidence. When I say citing textual evidence, because we are using social media platforms, you can select words and phrases. You do not have to do exact extreme quotes. You do not have to copy and paste from an entire piece of dialogue from a character. You can choose the quotes and phrases that are most going to have the most impact on the social media activity you decide to choose. So we also have, we're determining the theme. So some of your questions are going to be based on the theme. And remember, our theme is pretty much based on how characters are trying to control each other. We're also going to be analyzing the relationships between our characters, looking at how the setting helps impact our perception of the story, and also how the plot of the story progresses. The last thing that we're looking at our learning targets is how lines of dialogue or incidents move the story forward and provoke a decision. So, for instance, our assignments will occur on Mondays and they will be due Friday. You will have two elements to complete. You'll have two pieces of text to analyze and to apply an appropriate social media application to. You will be doing one for a gist and one will have a focus question. This will be pre-selected for you. You will have sections of text and it will be your assignment to create the activities. You also do have the option of using a Word document and explaining your response to the question or the prompt in detail. So if you are uncomfortable doing the social media activity and you think that it will be best if you do yours in a Google Doc, please do so. We will be uploading these activities to your Google Classroom post so that they are available so that we can grade those for you. All right, so going through the tasks. You're going to read the assigned lines of the play. That's what appears here in this very first column. You're going to be focusing on a specific group of lines from the play. You're going to be looking to consider ways to best answer each prompt. You're going to need to kind of sketch this out on a piece of paper before you actually get started on your social media element. Remember, you're going to be telling your story or making your social media post from the perspective of the character. So you're literally going to be walking in their shoes. Make sure that you think about what the character might say and how they might say it. For example, one of our mechanicals or tradesmen will say something very differently than, say, Theseus, the Duke of Athens. Then you're going to choose which social media platform is going to represent the response to your question in the best manner possible. So you can choose modern language and images, but you're going to need to use specific text evidence. So we do need to make sure that we are incorporating text evidence. And again, text evidence can be as simple as a word or phrase that you have extracted from the text that is placed inside quotation marks, and you will need to be including your specific text citations. So that means that you would have the act number, the scene number, and the line number in which you took your information from. So you're going to use the social media templates on the Google Slides linked below to showcase your responses. So when you click on Instagram, you are going to click on the Instagram. It is going to ask for you to make a copy. So I'm going to go through this and show you. It's going to look just like this. Yes, you do want to make a copy. This is not a screen you often see, but as you make your copy, it's going to place a copy in your drive. So what I've done here is I've already gone ahead and done one for you. Oops, we need to get to Instagram. I'll be right here. Notice that I have renamed my file. And the reason I've renamed it is because I need to have access to it. The best strategy for renaming your files is to put your name and then the lines so that you know exactly what you are using for your information. Follow the instructions that are on the first slide. So you're going to need to include your profile picture, and there's specific instructions on how to resize it. Click your add your subtitle, put an image here, and then you're going to be putting in your text. This is where you're going to have your information and your text evidence. When you're finished with this assignment, if this is your gist or whether it's your answer to the focus question, you're going to upload that to Google Classroom. Next element I wanted to show you is we do have text messaging template. You can recreate these. You can double the screen and have a series of text messages if you just can't do it in 4 boxes. But remember, we talked about the appropriateness of language. So royals and Athenians would use more formal language. Fairies might use more abbreviations and allusions, emojis of power and nature. And tradesmen, they might be a little bit more basic in the language that they use. Next, we have our Snapchat stories option, which remember, you're going to have to put your picture in there. Then you are going to have to put in your text. Remember, you are citing specific lines. So this might be an analysis of a specific phrase or word that a character used. Don't forget, if you want to use hashtags, those are always welcome. And finally, here is our Twitter example. So this might be the example of what a character might tweet. We also have details about information and to help you put all of this together in the arrows off to the side. So please be paying close attention to those. Again, as we complete these activities, don't forget to upload them into your Google Classroom post. Make sure that you have 2 of them because you will have 2 questions that you will need to be focusing on. If you have any questions, please direct them to your teacher so that they can help you. And we wish you the best of luck. Have fun with it.